Hello again. It is the Now Show, the show of the journey of self-discovery, becoming the better person that God has created you to be. On the journey today, we're going to be discussing wholeness, and the driver of the vehicle today is my friend, my sister, Omu Obilor.
Hi.
Omu, you're welcome again to the Now Show.
Hi.
She's back.
I'm back again.
Yes. And today, like I said, we're discussing wholeness. Wholeness. Becoming the better person that God has created them to be. So, Omu, wholeness. What exactly is wholeness?
Okay, so some people would say wholeness. I like to say wholesomeness because
wholesomeness,
it's all-encompassing. And well, the dictionary will say it's a balancing of the spirit, soul, and body, and it's not as simple as it sounds. And without over-spiritualizing it,
and don't make it spooky, because
exactly,
when you say
spirit,
soul, and bodies, it's now sounding spooky.
Yes, it sounds very, you know, but really it's just balancing the different aspects of your life.
Okay.
I would not talk about wholesomeness without talking about work-life balance, without talking about family, without talking about time management. But the whole idea is just to live the best way you can live. Where your body is happy, your soul is happy, your spirit is happy. So it's not about religion, it's not about, there's really nothing spooky about it. But we find that oftentimes we're quite imbalanced. A lot of us, well, most of us are really, we're all trying to achieve that balance. We might not call it achieving balance. We might not even quite realize that we're not balanced. But you just find that things, if you really dig deep, you just find that there's one aspect of your life, you know, that is lacking attention. You're putting all your attention in another aspect. And if you're not conscious of it, you just live on like that. And you really don't know the cause of certain things happening in your life. You really don't know the reason certain things are happening in your life. Things as simple as putting on weight, things as simple as mood swings. You know, just general things you take for granted, and they're just little changes that you need to make to achieve wholesomeness.
So how do I juggle my life? How do I juggle all of this and put it all together?
It's funny you use the word juggle, because there's an example I always give. So I say to people that generally there's something called the wheel of life, which I usually try to put people through. And it actually just, you know, sometimes when you're looking at a sheet of paper and you're writing, it brings some things to reality for you. You know, it looks real. But I always say there are like 5 major aspects of life, which is work, family, health, friends, and spiritual.
Work,
family, health, friends, and spiritual. Now, when I say spiritual, if you like, it's Christian, Muslim, whatever, but every human being has a spirit man that needs to be fed. Right? Now, I say, imagine juggling 5 balls. Imagine that there are 5 balls. You know, like how you see those men juggling, juggle all those balls. And the work ball is what I always say is elastic. So if the work ball drops, it bounces back. Being that work really is a means to an end. You need to work for different reasons, financial, because you want to be busy, because you
work survival.
Most people, survival. You know. So, but then work would there's always work. It might not be a lot of us don't even do what we like, but there's always work. So it would always bounce back. Now the rest of it, which is family, health, spirit, and friends, are like breakable balls. So if they drop, it's either it breaks completely or it cracks. But whichever way, it doesn't bounce back. So there's a dent. So what we work at when achieving wholesomeness is how to balance those balls and stop any one of them from cracking. So if your family life or your family environment, be it nuclear extended, has a crack, it's a long-lasting, permanent damage.
Okay.
Same with friendship. You don't have to have.
So the level of damage what makes the work ball different is that when it drops, it bounces back. Because
there's no permanent damage.
No permanent damage.
So
okay.
Let's say I was working in the bank.
You're going to get another job or something.
Worst case, I start frying akara.
Okay, so you can replace the job easily.
Yes.
Okay.
But with family,
yes. I mean, you can't just pick up and replace a family easily.
Like I say to people, there's a joke. I say that I wasn't given the opportunity to choose my family.
You can't choose the family.
If they gave me an opportunity, I might have chosen Barack Obama.
Oh my God!
So you can't. I mean, once the crack is there, it's there.
Okay.
Okay. Once the crack is there, obviously you have to find ways of dealing with it.
Okay.
But it doesn't change the fact that the crack is there.
And same as your health.
And same thing as your health. Same thing with friends. With
and
friends, you don't have to have a horde of friends. It could be one friend. It could be that one friend who balances you.
Yes.
I mean, I don't have a lot of friends, but the few that I have are very important to me.
I hope I'm important to you.
I'll think about it.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Think about it.
Okay.
So it's about juggling these things and balancing it.
Okay.
With your spirit man, I mean, I'm a Christian, so I would go the Christian way. But same thing with someone who's a Muslim, same thing with someone, even the people who say they are atheists. I think even they still believe in their atheism or whatever it's called. So, I mean, that's what I always tell people.
Okay. So, because I asked this question before, that how do you juggle all of this? So, bringing it together, I need you to help me and the others on this journey of bringing it all together and keeping myself sane in the process.
Okay. Like I said earlier, that I can't talk about wholesomeness without talking about work-life balance.
Okay.
Especially in Lagos, where we live. Without having to sound funny, I always say that a lot of us in Lagos have a bit of
mentalo.
Because it's just stressful and we can't really avoid it.
Yes.
And in preaching this work-life balance thing, sometimes I even think I'm sounding a bit academic and not practical.
Yes.
But there's some things that, no matter how impractical it seems, you need to at least aim at achieving it. It's for a man who lives in Okokomaiko and works in Ikoyi, and I'm telling him that he has to have 8 hours sleep.
Yes.
It's
practically impossible.
It's practically impossible in a
because
place
he doesn't
like
get home
Lagos.
until 11 or 12.
And then he has to resume at 8.
Yeah, so he gets
So for instance, my driver lives somewhere, I don't know where he says he lives, somewhere around Mushin. And he leaves his house at 4 a.m.
to get to you.
To get to me. Then he gets to me about 6, then sleeps till I'm ready to go out. But let's assume I had to leave the house at 7, so he's sleeping for 1 hour. Then even if I make him close early, he would never get home before 6. Then he sleeps and wakes up at 4 a.m. How do I tell someone like that to have 8 hours sleep?
And if he doesn't leave home at
he says if he doesn't leave at 4, he won't be able to make
all the time in traffic.
Exactly.
So even the number of hours we spend in traffic is another thing that really deals with us as well.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, like for instance, now I've heard about 2 or 3 people who have just dropped dead and they're bankers.
Wow.
One was on the steering.
Wow.
And half the time is fatigue. The age of people who have high blood pressure and all that is getting lower and lower.
So we hear, and it's getting scary.
Exactly.
More and more younger people are actually getting ill.
And then when you say exercise,
the
question they always ask me is, when do you want me to exercise? What time do I have to exercise? Some say they are tired, but I say to them, exercise actually gives you energy.
Yes.
But mentally, you think that because you're tired, you're going to get more tired when you exercise.
Okay, so exercise gives you energy. It energizes you. Okay.
So I would usually say that simple things you can do.
Yes.
So for instance, my driver who gets to work at 5 a.m. or 5:30, I give him a little time to sleep a bit.
Yes.
Because it's also unsafe for me that he's tired and driving. I give him a little time to sleep a bit. If he has time during the day to take cat naps,
yes,
that would help.
Okay.
Same thing with the executive in the office. I say to people, as against sitting down and sending someone to do little things for you in the office, stand up and do that exercise.
Keep moving.
You don't have to be running or on a treadmill to do the basic exercise.
But just don't be sedentary.
Exactly, don't be sedentary. And match your food with your work.
Match your food with your work. How do you do this?
So for instance, I go to work and all I do is sit in front of the computer.
Okay.
And then I want to wallop the same amala. That's the truck pusher.
Okay. Now I see what you're saying. Okay. So
if you know you're not moving that much, for crying out loud,
such large meals.
Go and eat such large meals because you're just sitting there. So you're not exercising. That in itself is another problem.
And you need to burn up what you're eating.
So it's a case of balancing, which is why I always say, you just keep juggling the balls. And like I always say, bio-individuality. So I am very careful not to give like a blanket rule. Because it's not a one size fits all.
Okay.
What I would recommend for my driver is different from what I would recommend for you.
Okay.
It's different from what I would recommend for some bank executive who has to wake up every morning and dash to work and probably get to work and they say fly to Abuja or do something like that.
How do you know that's not my schedule?
I know. So I know now.
And I need that kind of, balance too. Anyway, yes.
So it's when I say bio-individuality, it's something that you have to keep working towards achieving, which is why I said we're all working towards achieving wholesomeness.
Okay.
It's something you have to keep working towards achieving and just checking out what works for you. But the aspect I find most important, which is beginning to lack, and which if you notice we're having a lot of suicide cases now. In fact, I just heard of one this morning.
Are you serious? Again?
Yes, it's friend and family.
Sad. Yes.
It's friend and family.
Okay.
And it's such a shame because family is a Nigerian thing. It's one of our strong points.
Yes.
Yes. Which we're now trying to act very foreign, and it's becoming a bit extinct and people are becoming quite impersonal. But family and friends is a major part of the balancing, especially mentally.
Okay.
Because that way you're able to talk.
Yes.
That way you're able to unwind. Like someone said to me, oh, how do you unwind? I'm very guilty. And I said, oh, that I just lie down on the bed and I watch African Magic.
What a way to unwind.
And the person was like, you're not unwinding. You're still stuck in your room.
By yourself. With the TV for company.
TV is not a friend.
Yes, because TV cannot talk back to you. Or
exactly.
You cannot
it's not listening to me.
The TV can talk to you, but you can talk to the TV.
It's not listening to me. It's not listening to me. And then I'm in the room. And like I also say, there's something that sunlight does.
Yes.
There's something that's going outside does.
Okay.
To your system.
Okay.
And there's some hormones that just produce natural, I call them happy hormones. And going out in the sun produces one of those hormones.
Okay.
So being holed up in the room, watching TV in itself
does not help.
It's not a form of relaxation. So, but going to the cinema with a friend is a form of relaxation.
Okay. So you can actually have a combination of these things in one activity.
Oh yeah.
So I go out with a friend, I'm connecting with my friend, or let me even say I take my children with my friend.
Exactly.
So I'm doing family, I'm doing friends, I'm doing exercise.
You're doing exercise.
I'm doing lights.
You're doing lights.
I'm doing, okay. So really, it's a way to look for how you can always combine these things,
yes,
to make it work for you. So you know, when you hear wholesomeness, it sounds like some
very
big thing that, but truly and honestly, it's like something we do every day.
It's big.
Yes,
it's not something we do every day.
Well,
Lots of us haven't succeeded.
You can make a conscious and deliberate effort.
If you're conscious,
what we're trying to.
If you're conscious about it,
to be conscious and deliberate. So I leave this complete wholesomeness, like you call it, the wholesomeness. Okay. So where does that? What are the benefits?
Wow.
Of this wholesomeness?
Long life. Well, I mean, God gives life.
Yes.
Do your own part, right? Long, healthy life.
Okay.
Health, living a long, healthy life is not. A lot of people equate health with food. That's the first thing that comes to their mind. I'm very big on what you put in your mouth. However, there's mental health. There's physical health. So, I mean, there's spiritual, there are different parts. So, trying to achieve wholesomeness actually makes you live a healthy life. You're balanced.
Okay.
There's some people I see and they're constantly smiling. There's some people who smile and they're smiling. But there's some people that you see and they're genuinely smiling.
Okay.
And I try to get close to one or two of them, and I find that the few that I've gotten close to actually make deliberate attempts.
Okay.
They'll say to me, Omu, it's Saturday, I'm going out with my children. And I drag the children, like my son, to tell him to go out with you is
Tell me about the conversation.
Tell me about
the boys.
But this lady, I don't know, maybe she started early, but they make a deliberate attempt. Sometimes I'm like, what is wrong with you? You're always too happy. She makes a deliberate attempt to be happy. A lot of us are not deliberate about it, and we just take it as in that's what life has thrown your way.
But really, there's something that being happy, like you said, is something that you have to be deliberate about, because we can all choose to be happy. We can choose the way we want to feel over any situation, or there are many things that we can latch onto and say, but knowing very well that joy is going to. So I just have to make myself happy. So I want us to bring, to tell those your 5 that you enumerated at the beginning, the 5 aspects of life. We've touched on work, on family, on friends, on health. What else? On health.
And
because we spoke about health, exercise, your spirituality and everything like that.
Yes.
But one thing which you have left out is that time management. You did mention something about time management. So can we quickly talk about that? So how do I...
Okay, I would say a lot of us haven't quite... There are many things to take advantage of when managing your time. A lot of us are still stuck in the dark ages. So you still find people who are saying to me, and I say, let's meet on Zoom or use Skype or WhatsApp or something. And they're like, no, I want to meet you face to face. How many meetings can I possibly have in Lagos in a day? If I have a meeting in Ikeja, that's the end of the
traffic situation.
With the traffic.
I know.
So it's important to look for little alternatives to help you manage your time properly. You can't do everything.
Yes.
You can't be everywhere at the same time. I say to people, don't try to be Superwoman. You can't. So you, as against driving to Ikeja, do a Skype meeting.
Yes. I think all these tools have been developed to make things easy for us. And we need to embrace them as such. And stop looking at the fact that, they're distracting, or even some people, to make it worse, they say, it's a tool of the devil, or something like that.
Okay, now some people that's supposed to make things,
easy for us.
So when it comes to managing time,
yes,
I say, I mean, I'm a stickler for time.
Yes.
I know traffic. We always use traffic as an excuse,
yes,
which is true. So, as against driving across Third Mainland Bridge for a meeting, do it on Zoom.
Yes.
If you're an executive, as against, even if you have a private jet,
yes,
it still tells on your body.
Yes.
That meeting you're going to do in London, except it is
absolutely necessary.
Do it on Skype, do it on Zoom. You're seeing the person is seeing you. These are little tools that, you know, that have been developed to for the housewives or for the working women. I'm so happy now that in the shops, if you go, there's a egusi that is already blended. There's ogbono that is already blended.
Life is so much easier. I personally
don't see anything
Life is so much easier. You can say that again.
So why do you want to go and buy the ogbono, come back from work, blend it, and, you know,
blend, do this.
So you look for shortcuts in a good way.
Yes.
So, you know, these shortcuts really were made to make life easy. And it's easy to say, oh, but our mothers went to the market, they bought ogbono, they did this, they did that, they did this. Yes, but I remember growing up, it didn't take 1 hour to go from Ikeja to Marina.
Okay, that's true. That's true.
You could juggle all these things the same day.
Okay.
Growing up, there were house helps.
Okay.
There are very few now. So all these
good
things,
ones.
Very few good ones. So obviously, life has evolved. Things have changed. So we definitely can be doing things the way our parents did it. You know, I know some people who would say, oh no, I must blend it by myself. My mom could afford to blend it by herself because there was no day what is she doing outside after 6? But how many women get home before 6 now? And then you're cooking.
Then one thing that I need you to touch on, which I think is very important in all the subject of wholesomeness, is rest. Taking out time deliberately to rest. You know, people say they go on vacations and they're out there shopping all day. That's not rest.
That's not rest.
So I'm talking about rest, you know, real rest, where I tell people, once I travel, I shut down. I don't want to hear about generator not working, lights not, whatever wants to break down, let it break down.
These days of phone and all that, as it's happening, they are calling you. I am a firm believer in when I'm going on holiday.
Yes.
To go to somewhere that probably has no shops. Maybe network might even be an issue.
Yes.
So because those are not the things I'm looking for. So I'm not looking for where to shop or looking for where there's internet
because you must be on one thing or the other. Yes.
So I always say take your vacation.
Yes.
They have these things they do in some offices where you can say you're not going on vacation and you collect the money.
What?
Yes. So
or where there's a way they money.
There's a way they do
working. Or I don't understand.
You're working.
So they don't encourage them to go on vacation.
You're allowed to carry over your vacation and all that.
Wow.
But I always say to people that
is that as a result of the economic pressure or what? Because I really don't understand it.
I don't even know if it's economic pressure. Some people
money so that they don't rest. Because that's what it means to me.
That's because they don't consider it important. It's like working overtime. I don't even think that people in Nigeria know that there's a labor law that stipulates the amount of hours you're supposed to work in a day. Because you find people who work from 8 and they're not closing till 6, 7, 8, and it's against the law. You need to rest at some point.
Yes.
And it's not rest. So some people go take their leave.
Yes.
Where you're supposed to be resting. Then they use it to do their private business.
Or go and work somewhere else. Make more money.
So for instance, my security man, I was driving into Dolphin. And the security man at the gate, I looked and he was my security man working for another company. So he works for the company in my house.
Yes.
And when he's on off, he works for another company. And I'm like, you're not doing me. You're killing yourself.
Yes.
It means 24 hours of the day you're working.
Wow.
So you're not resting. So rest and vacation is very important. And I always tell people, when I say vacation, I'm not saying you have to go abroad. You don't have to go abroad. Nigeria has a lot of places. Even Cotonou here, you can go to. You don't have to buy million tickets.
There are times that I just take off from Lagos and I drive to Redemption Camp and I take a weekend off.
Exactly.
Because I know it's a weekend where I'm going to get light, I'm going to fresh air, I'm not thinking, there are no worries. You know,
exactly.
So it's like a time of rest for me, relaxation. I get time to pray and go deeper. So my spirituality,
yes,
you know, my spiritual antenna.
So you come back rejuvenated,
refreshed and rejuvenated. You're so right. Refreshed and rejuvenated. And I think people need to make a conscious effort about that. That, you know, there are times you need to shut down so that you can
shut down completely. Like you said, be deliberate.
Yes. Well, Omu, I'm sure this has been an enlightening time. Again. You know, hearing about this thing. It's never
enough.
Yes, it's never enough. And you know, you can never talk enough about these things.
No, you can't.
You just need to keep reiterating it so that people will know that these things, they are real.
They're real.
They are part of you.
They're real.
And they only make
people are
you
dropping
a better person.
And people are dropping dead for little things like that.
Yes, so they only make you a better person. Thank you very much again, Omu, and I'm sure that, of course, when we call.
Certainly.
So until we come your way again on the Now Show, please, you've heard it all, wholesomeness. Encompass wholesomeness into your being, and you surely be a better person. Thank you for being with us.
So I would say that we should take it one step at a time. It's not something that you would do. It's not like a project where you would do in a day or in a week and just end it. It's a continuous thing, and just take it one step at a time. If you fall, you get up and you continue.